News just coming in. A leading BCCI official has told headlines today that despite the Indian team's disastrous performance abroad, coach Duncan Fletcher is likely to continue at least till the World Cup next year. But there's every likelihood that bowling coach Joe Dawes will lose his job. This is because the BCCI is concerned about the constant failure of the bowling attack. The contract of Fletcher, Dawes and Trevor Penny come up for renewal in April this year. Let's get in a word from our correspondent Rasesh Mandani, who's with us this morning, getting us the latest on this developing story coming out of the BCCI. Rasesh, it seems that the BCCI is trying to overhaul the support staff of the Indian cricket team, but the coach likely to retain his position at least in the World Cup.
Yes, Shimi, there's a definite reassessment of the support staff positioning as far as the BCCI is concerned within the Indian cricket team. We don't know if Duncan Fletcher is the best man for the job. Results suggest that he's certainly not. India's India's just won one overseas test since he's taken over. India's lost more than one even in the one-dayers. But it seems that the BCCI, the point of view within the top brass of the BCCI, which makes the decisions, is that Fletcher sort of held the team together. He's got the support within the team as well, and that with the World Cup, less than a year away, it's probably not the decision they're inclined to take at this point in time. What we also gather, however, is that the bowling coach Joe Dawes may well lose his job. His contract also comes up for renewal in the month of April, and India's failure with the bowling attack, particularly in overseas conditions where he was expected to make a difference, has meant that the BCCI is concerned about it, and there could be a reassessment of strategies. The other development also is that there is a point of view within the top brass, the board, that they're looking at the position of an assistant coach as well, who could assist someone like a Duncan Fletcher in the months to come. That could well start from the tour of England. And looking ahead, that could also possibly pave a way for Indian head coach in the future. However, that's not a certainty. That depends upon the input that the team management provides to the BCCI as well. But it's a thought that was mulled over a while back at the time when Fletcher was appointed to appoint an assistant Indian coach, and that may well that decision may well be taken in the months to come.
All right, so Duncan Fletcher to stay till the World Cup, but an assistant coach could be appointed for the team. You're also telling us, Rasesh, that there's a likelihood of bowling coach Joe Dawes to be replaced by somebody else. What are the exact shortcomings in the bowling attack that the BCCI has been able to identify?
Well, that is still a work in progress stage. There are no definite names that are doing the rounds at this point in time. It could well be a possibility that for a while, since the decision is taken, there could be a no bowling coach, and a decision would only be taken when the right candidate is found. So those options are being worked out, and that decision may not be made public too soon, because remember, Joe Dawes is already with the Indian team, which has gone to play Asia Cup and Bangladesh as a T20 World Cup as well. That contract comes up for renewal after April. So, while Dawes is with the team, that decision may well be taken after a while. But, there is disappointment within the BCCI as far as the bowling is concerned. And, Joe Dawes at the time when he was appointed, there were question marks raised over Joe Dawes who. And he's certainly not been able to deliver the results. And with also Zahir Khan not getting any younger, the paucity of bowling resources is something that is concerning the BCCI.
Well, Rasesh, you've spoken about Duncan Fletcher staying. There's a possibility of Joe Dawes being replaced. What's the exact role of Trevor Penny as far as the team is concerned, and what about his contract? It's also coming up for renewal in April.
Yes, he's the third member of the coaching staff. Trevor Penny, an Zimbabwean player who's with the team as a fielding coach. At least the reports coming in from within the team are positive about him. He's also someone who was recommended by Gary Kirsten at the time he'd quit, and at least the reports as far as him are concerned are positive. So he may well survive the eggs. But I think the larger talking point is whether the head coach would be replaced, the bowling, and a new bowling coach would be found. There's no doubt that the bowling has been a big concerning area, and Indian cricket needs a quality bowling coach who can assist the younger lot, particularly because India's got a lot of inexperience as far as the bowling attack is concerned. Many experts believe it's time for Fletcher to go. But at least what we've been able to gather from our sources within the BCCI is they are not inclined to take that decision yet.
Rasesh, thanks so much for that update. Rasesh Mandani getting us the latest on this breaking story that Duncan Fletcher is likely to retain his position as the head coach of the Indian cricket team. Earlier in the week, there was some speculation that Andy Flower may replace him, but that's clearly something that's not happening. Sources in the BCCI have confirmed to headlines today that Duncan Fletcher is likely to continue at least in the World Cup next year.